welcome back to my channel. Here in this channel, we talk about relaxed hair growth tips, protective styling, and so much more concerning the hair topic in general. So if you know you're interested in this type of content, consider subscribing to join the family. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to avoid scalp burns during a relaxer routine. I already made a part 1 of this video, so if you've not seen it, I'll make sure to link it down in the description box below so that you can check it out. So this video is actually a continuation of that video. So in that video, I talked about things that you should do prior to your relaxer day, like things you should do at least 2 weeks prior to your relaxer day to help you prevent scalp burns. So that was what I talked about in the first part. So in this second part, I'm going to talk about tips that you should employ on the relaxer day itself to help you prevent scalp burns. Now, in no particular order, and without further ado, we are just going to get started. Now, number 1 on the list is do not leave relaxers on your hair for more than the recommended time. If you watched my last video, I remember saying in that video that you should always read the instructions on the relaxer label, on the relaxer cup, on the relaxer kit, whichever type you are using, because there is a particular duration you're supposed to leave relaxers on your hair for, and it's not generalized. So don't say because your friend leaves her relaxer on her hair for 20 minutes and gets away with it and her hair comes out fine, you are going to do the same on your hair. It doesn't work like that. If you are using super strength relaxer, the duration you are going to leave the relaxer on your hair is going to be different compared to when you are using a regular strength relaxer. On the other hand, if you have coarse hair, the duration is going to be different from someone that has fine hair, and all these are usually written as instructions on the relaxer. So always make sure to read your relaxer instructions. So the amount of time you are going to leave the relaxer on is going to depend on the relaxer strength and on the type of hair you have. You know, growing up and when I first started my hair journey, I had this misbelief that you're supposed to know when to wash off your relaxer when you already start having pain, because that was what everyone around me thought was normal. Until as I grew and I learned more in my hair journey, I found out that that was actually a very wrong practice, and back then I was doing so much damage to my hair. You are not supposed to wait for the relaxer to start giving you pains or burns before you wash them out. When they start giving you pains, it means it's already doing damage to your scalp, so you actually have to wash your hair out before it even starts giving you pain. So always leave your relaxer on your hair as recommended. For me, I use super strength relaxer and I have coarse hair, so I think I leave my relaxer on for about 15 minutes if I'm not mistaken. I think in 20 minutes in total from the time of application to when I finally wash off the relaxer. If you have fine hair, this is going to be less. I think for the super strength relaxer I use, the instruction on it for fine hair was I think about 10 to 15 minutes from the time of application of the relaxer to when you wash off your hair. So the time starts counting when you apply the relaxer on your hair, not after you are done with everything. So from the moment the first relaxer touches your hair, that is the moment you start counting from. You know, another downside of leaving your relaxers on for more than the recommended time, apart from the fact that you're going to get scalp burns, is the fact that your hair is going to be over processed. Over processed hair equals weaker hair, and weaker hair equals more breakage. So if you want to see a normal processed hair, stronger hair and less breakage, make sure you leave the relaxer on your hair for the recommended time. Now moving on, the next on the list is use a compatible relaxer. Every hair is different, all hair types are different. You may decide to use the relaxer I use, which my hair flourishes with, and when you use that, your hair comes out with massive breakage and you feel the relaxer is the cause. But I used the same relaxer and my hair came out fine with it. So what was actually the problem? The problem is you didn't use a compatible relaxer. Now there are two ends of this. You can use a relaxer that is too strong for your hair, or you can use a relaxer that is too soft for your hair. For example, I have very coarse, high textured hair and I use the super strength relaxer. If I decide to use a mild relaxer, I will not get scalp burns because the relaxer I'm using is actually soft compared to what my hair needs. So in this case, my scalp will not get burns, but I'm going to have under processed hair. And it depends on what you are going for. If you are going for under processed hair, you are going for a texturized look, maybe that would be okay. But for me, I usually like my hair bone straight. Even if I've tried as much as possible to achieve that, I still have a lot of texture on my hair. If you've been watching my videos, you know I have a lot of texture on my hair. This is just my hair. There are no form of attachment. I use super strength relaxer, and yet my hair still has a lot of texture. So what I do is, after my relaxer, I just go on and flatten my hair to give my hair the look I want. So that is for what I want. But if you're the type that likes a lot of texture in your hair, using a softer relaxer may not be bad. So now, on the other hand, if you use a relaxer strength that is too much, that is too strong compared to what your hair needs, this is where you can have scalp burns. Apart from the fact that you can have scalp burns, if you have very fine hair and you use the super strength relaxer, it's also possible that you get a lot of breakage. So before you use any type of relaxer, make sure it's compatible with your hair. First things first, check your hair type. What is the texture of your hair? What is the sensitivity of your scalp? Because some scalps are more sensitive than others, and I think I already made a video talking about this, to know the type of relaxer that is best for you based on your hair type, your scalp sensitivity, to know if you should pick a light or no light relaxer, to know if you should pick a super regular or mild strength relaxer. So also make sure to link that video down in the description box below so that you can check it out in case you missed it. So using a relaxer that is not compatible with your hair on your hair can actually give you scalp burns. So before you use any relaxer, research, know your hair type, know what your hair can take, read the instructions on the kit, on the label, to know if it's actually compatible with your hair. And that is for scalp burns. In aspect of breakage, you can also do a strand test to know if it's compatible with your hair and to know if you get breakage if you use that particular relaxer. Now moving on, the third on the list is base your scalp. Now there are some people that have very sensitive scalp. Even if they employed all the tips from the first video and all the tips from this second video I have mentioned, they will still get scalp burns. So for this type of people that have very sensitive scalp, you can actually prevent scalp burns by basing your scalp. And you don't have to use anything expensive or fancy for this. You can use petroleum jelly. The cheapest petroleum jelly you can get can actually get the job done. It's not as if you're going to leave it on your hair, because after the relaxer process you are going to neutralize your hair, wash your hair and all that, so everything is definitely coming out. So anything at 20 petroleum jelly at all you can get, you can use it to base your scalp. I usually use petroleum jelly on my relaxer days, but usually not to base my scalp. I just use it to protect my edges, because my edges are very sensitive, so that's why I use them around my edges. And if you watch my last relaxer video, I think I actually showed it in that video, and I showed you guys the petroleum jelly I used, which I think I got back then for about 20 cents, which is about 100 naira. So the price of the petroleum jelly does not matter, as long as it can get the job done, you are good. Now with all these tips I've mentioned from the first part of the video and this second part, it is very possible that you not get everything together like perfectly on your first trial. It is very possible that even after watching this video and you employ some of these tips, you will still get scalp burns, and that is because everything may not go perfectly as planned. For example, you may say, yes, I finally know that I'm going to leave my relaxer on for 15 minutes, and you still go in and one or two things happens and you end up leaving the relaxer on your hair for 30 minutes, especially when you are doing the application process yourself. So you have to give yourself time to learn. For example, if you've been applying relaxer on your hair yourself and the least amount of time you had gone so far was 30 minutes, give yourself time. Yes, try and be fast as much as possible when you are going to do your next application. But if you still can't beat the time, there is no need to worry. You just have to keep trying, okay? Even as at now, there are times I still relax my hair even though it's rare, and I end up going above that time. So everything may not be perfect. What matters is with each relaxer routine, make sure you are close to perfection. So those are the tips I have for now on how you can prevent scalp burns during a relaxer routine. If you have more tips, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. And if you watched this video this far, thank you so much. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new here and you are not part of the fam. Also, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.